Okay. I want my tick. There we go. Okay, so within this meditation series, we're exploring mind and body integration. So we've looked at the 7 body wisdom principles, that we respond to our external environment, that the body remembers our experiences, that it changes, it's flexible, it's malleable, our experiences are transient, they change, even pain will subside, come back, but that nothing is a constant when it comes to the body. Even if it's pulsing in and out, there's this moment of subcision, is that the word? Anyway, the moment that it will subside slightly. The body is capable of repair and healing. It has wisdom that if we attend to it with kindness and curiosity and patience, we can support it to heal and transform. So this is the somatic psychotherapeutic approaches around using the body as a tool to be curious about our experience, turning inward, noticing when we're agitated, irritable, when we're feeling joyful, so noticing our experiences, examining our beliefs without judgment, and moving towards finding safety within the space of our bodies, to be in it, to really embody what it is to be these human beings. So the home practice for last week was to take a body snapshot for the day. So this is a way of having kind of that quick inner inventory of how you are. So an invitation to carry on with using this tool as and when you feel like it's useful. You're a dynamic process. This is a tool. If it's useful, keep it. If it's not, park it. So how's my body feeling? What are the sensations in my body right now? And if this part of the body could speak right now, what would it say? Okay, so this week we're going to be building on these practices. So the human body is not an instrument to be used, but a realm of one's being to be experienced, explored, enriched, and thereby educated. So being in our bodies, embodying our experiences. So we're going to be looking a bit more at this today. So embodiment is feeling oneself directly without the constant narration or interpretation of our thinking mind. So this embodiment has no judgment, no commentary from an inner belief, and no filters, but rather presents the raw data of the body as is. And we can call this the present moment body awareness, this mindfulness, direct communication from our deeper self or embodiment. This is a moment in which we are not bound by past or future and can live in the present moment. We often describe this simple yet elusive sense as coming home, being close to oneself, or simply here. So it's asking ourselves about how an experience is feeling and being curious over seeking solutions. We don't need to fix or change anything. That being with our experience as it is can be enough to heal and bring about change. So this week I'm introducing the emotional literacy wheel. So I'm going to invite you to print this off. So the slides will be on the page of learning your body's language. So it's an interesting tool to have around with you. So almost like as a screensaver of dropping in from time to time and checking in on how you're feeling. So it could be sad, happy, joyful, angry, and having a look at this wheel and pinpointing, okay, exactly what is that? So for example, joy. If you're looking at the wheel of joy, you would scan through those words and go, okay, I feel really happy. And then having a little look about what exactly is that blissful, triumphant, hopeful, and then dropping into the body and exploring what that experience is within the space of our bodies. So when we are emotionally literate, we have a greater kind of range of being with our experiences. And then we can listen and learn our body's experience of that, which then informs how we are. Oh, so this is going to be the home practice. So this is what we're going to be looking at more today. So this emotional literacy and this embodiment of our experiences. And we're going to be doing this through a body scan, but we're going to be doing this very differently today. So you can do this lying down or sitting up. It's not our usual body scan. We're doing a kind of 360 version. So I haven't got my belt. You're taking a moment to arrive and settle. Have a sense of taking your seat. So setting up your posture in a graceful and dignified manner, honouring this space that carries us around and holds our story. You begin by noticing if there's any points of tension within the body, letting that go if you can. The forehead, the jaw, the shoulders, the lower back, adjusting your posture, elongating your spine. And then an invitation to take a snapshot of your body, Polaroid, selfie. How are you feeling today? Irritable, joyful, grateful, bored. Where exactly is that within the body? Is it in the stomach, the heart, the mouth, the forehead? Does it have a shape, a colour, a texture? Do you feel warm, cold, tingling? And if that body part could speak, what would it say? The tone of its voice. Now an invitation to narrow your awareness to your breath. Breathing in and breathing out. And an invitation to find an anchor for the practice, either within the breath or within the body. When your mind has wandered, which it will 1,000 times, perhaps there are parts of the body that you don't want to rest with today, that you can bring yourself here. Finding your anchor for today's practice. Somewhere that you can return to, gather your awareness. And then return to the practice when you're ready. Remembering that my instructions are a guide, and if they don't feel right for you, that it's important that you listen to that. This is what we're learning within the practices, to pay attention to our needs and take care of ourselves. There's no right or wrong way of doing the practices. To take a kind and non-judgmental approach with yourself and your experience of the practice, being interested and noticing as we learn to listen and pay attention to our bodies. Once you've found your anchor for the practice, bringing your awareness back to your breath, following the flow as you breathe in and you breathe out. And then expanding your awareness of the breath to include all of the body, so having a sense of breathing in the space of your body as a whole. And now an invitation to pan out of your body, perhaps as if like with one of those CT scans, or that you're observing yourself from the outside, of looking down on yourself. Exploring your body from the outside, looking in. One of those sci-fi films where you see them looking all around a body in a green screen, I'm thinking of. So being an impartial witness to yourself and to your body. Looking around and inspecting yourself, checking in with your posture. Noticing what's going on here. Perhaps like if you were having a medical and we're getting a full checkup. Eyes, ears, mouth, scalp, neck, shoulders. arms, breath, torso, the right leg, the left leg. That 3D experience. Three-dimensional, many-dimensional, many-faceted experience of this body. And now an invitation to narrow your awareness to your head. Examining your experience of your head. So with a magnifying glass, or maybe painting or colouring yourself. As if you were stroking a feather. And the eyebrows and the eyelid. Softly and gently exploring this part of your body. With tenderness and interest. Your nose, your lips, your jaw, your tongue and your mouth. Your ears, your scalp, your head. What, if anything, can you notice here? What stands out? What's quiet? The textures and shapes and colours, movements, maybe there's sounds, maybe there's tastes. Perhaps noticing if you're labelling the experience as pleasant or unpleasant. And as best you can, being with your experience as it is. And then an invitation to be playful with the breath, breathing into the space of the head and breathing out of the space of the head. This can give a sense of spaciousness, not always. Being playful with it, if that feels right for you. And then letting go of paying attention to the head and coming back to that 360 experience of yourself, sort of looking down and around. The soft, all-inclusive gaze of your body's experience right now. What do you notice right now in your body, of your body? As we narrow and widen the lens of our awareness to our experience. And now an invitation to bring your right arm into your mind's eye. Your shoulder, the elbow joint, the hand. Narrowing the lens of your awareness to your right arm. Does it feel light, heavy, warm? Dropping into the body. And the felt sensations within and around your right arm. Colours, shapes, textures, temperatures. What can you notice? What's quiet? And now an invitation to be playful with that breath and breathe into the space of the right arm and breathe out of the space of the right arm in whatever way works for you. You could be breathing in and out of your fingers. You could be directing the breath from your lungs to your fingers and back out again. And then leaving the right arm altogether, stepping back into that 360, three-dimensional experience of your body. What do you notice right now? Softening into your experience. You don't need to change anything. And now an invitation to narrow the lens of your awareness to your left leg. So the left thigh, left knee, lower leg, ankle, and left foot. Exploring and examining what you can notice here. Being an impartial witness to the experience of your left leg, to feel light, heavy, their colours, shapes, textures, movements, unpleasant sensations, pleasant sensations, what's quiet and difficult to notice. Breathing in and breathing out. Your left leg. What, if anything, you can notice here? And then an invitation to be playful with that breath, breathing into the space of the left leg and breathing out of the space of the left leg. And then moving your attention away from the left leg and coming back to that 360 perspective of your body. examining yourself and your experiences. What can you notice now? Bringing an open and kind, soft, gentle welcome to your experience. Widen and narrow the lens of our awareness, working out that grey matter, building neural pathways simply by anchoring in the present moment and exploring our experiences with this mindful present moment awareness. And now an invitation to drop back into the body and into the torso. There's a lot going on here. What do you notice? Lower back, middle back, upper back, chest, belly, pelvis, organs, bones, ligaments, muscles, softness, hardness, fabric of clothes, shapes, colours. It's pretty busy here. What do you notice? And then an invitation to be playful with that breath, breathing into the space of the torso and breathing out of the space of the torso. And then moving your awareness out of the torso, stepping out and observing yourself as that impartial witness from outside of body. So if observing yourself from the outside in, tenderness. What do you notice? And now let's come back to the body and explore the left arm. From the fingers to the shoulder, the palm of the hand, the back of the hand, joints, bone, tendons, ligament. Noticing, being curious and interested. And being playful with that breath, if that feels right for you, breathing into the space of the right arm and breathing out of the space of the right arm. Just a few breaths, a few moments. And then moving your awareness away from the left arm. Coming back to exploring your body from that 360 perspective. So perhaps as if walking around and looking at yourself. What do you notice? Checking in with your posture. Letting go of any tension in the face. It has a tendency to scrunch and tighten in concentration. And then bringing your awareness to your right leg, so narrowing the lens of your attention to your experience of your right leg and what, if anything, you can notice here. Coolness, heaviness, lightness, shapes, colours, textures, information, pleasant, unpleasant, neutral, mundane, ordinary, yet extraordinary. This right leg, what, if anything, you can notice here. And then an invitation to be playful with that breath, breathing into the space of the right leg and breathing out of the space of the right leg. And then expanding your awareness with the breath, breathing into each nook and cranny of your body. So the right leg, the left leg, the torso, the right arm, the left arm, and the head. Breathing into the space of your body, filling each nook and cranny. And then zooming out of the body one last time, taking that 360 tour of your body. What do you notice? How are you? And then narrowing your awareness to the breath, breathing in and breathing out. The Lighthouse by Jane Hirshfield. Its vision sweeps its one path like an aged monk raking a garden. His question long ago answered or moved on. Far off, night grazing horses, breath scented with oat grass and fennel. Step through it, disappear. Step through it, disappear. So moving and stretching in whatever way your body is asking of you, if you didn't attend to it within the practice. We're going to move into taking a cup of tea together. We've again chosen nettle this week. If you don't have your own tea, this is what I'm preparing for you. Pan down. Not so much that you can't see. And whilst we wait for this tea to brew, invite you to journal or reflect over the following questions. What caught your interest in today's practice? And then, are you aware of any new insights or aspects? So I'm going to share with you the home practice for this week. If anything came up for you within practice, for those of you practicing at home, and please do reach out. Where is it? There. Okay. So to print off this emotional literacy, emotion and feeling wheel, to expand the language that you have around your experiences, which then allow us to explore them in greater detail for ourselves within the practices of what our experiences are. It improves our language for our experience of our body. And the home practice for this week is the open attention technique. This is what we've been exploring in a lot more depth today. So this is this non-judgmental awareness of seeing what is. This is done with curiosity of what is present in the moment and using your mindful awareness to sense what is present in a 360 degrees. So you're not doing anything, but simply sensing and noticing whatever there is. So this trains the mind and the body to be with what is and develops emotional stamina. It lays the groundwork for accepting patterns of mind and body and getting curious to explore them. So we did this obviously over a lot longer period of time, but so you need 3 to 5 minutes daily. So bring your attention to 360 degrees right now. If you could look inside yourself in that slow 360-degree way, what would you see? And then letting this roaming attention be open and soft and all-inclusive. What else do you notice right now? Can you widen your attention to include what else you notice? And then expanding your awareness and sense your entire body and not just the area you were focusing on. If you could zoom out right now and include all of your experience, what would you notice? Just be. See if you can drop any focus at all, just for a moment, and rest in openness. And then what catches your interest? What's curious? Are you aware of any new insights or aspects? So being interested in yourself. So zooming in and zooming out, taking a 360 view of yourself. So it's your home practice. I'm going to pause and leave the recording here. Do reach out if you need anything.